coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. A gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Jones. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
Yeah, they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Delta, 59. Home and kick right.
Here's Herbert. He gets this to Hampton. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Go, let's go.
A run once more with Hampton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omari and Hampton hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
The backup Murray, his first throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. But they get back in the huddle. He's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Throwing is McCarthy. That is caught.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Aaron Jones
from 8 yards out.
And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
His kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Will Weichert, the kickoff for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Herbert now. To the left side, he's got McConkey. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Touchdown! Gadsden in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Ready, run. Let's go, let's go. Set. Ready, run. Bailey tight. 5-9, 5-9. $59. Set.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. This is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
To the air again, McCarthy.
Man open, here is Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Finding Hawkinson here on the out route.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And the coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come up and put a hit on him, do they?
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. McCarthy to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Aaron Jones
with career touchdown number 75.
And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. they believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now this one finds McConkey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensive. Touchdown, Allen!
Brad McConkey,
39 yards.
and the Chargers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
This is 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw.
McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Back to throw. McCarthy. He sets up the screen to Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
2nd and 15.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
He'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton.
And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Up the middle, it's Hampton.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Big third down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer.
Let's go. Set.
Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the...
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Omari and Hampton with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Chargers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive.
McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's 2nd down. McCarthy off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be hit as he releases it and now fall incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can. Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
They'll look to throw. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute And they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go, still down 1 score, and here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today.